Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SC Project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I roll over something.
Solo un par de gente se llama el quintanquero. Money, money, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SC Project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I roll over something.
Solo un par de gente se llama el quintanquero. Money, money, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SC Project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I roll over something.
Solo un par de gente se llama el quintanquero. Money, money, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SC Project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I roll over something.
Solo un par de gente se llama el quintanquero. Money, money, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SC Project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I roll over something.
Solo un par de gente se llama el quintanquero. Money, money, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero.
Yeah, I know.
Money work. Se arregla con dinero.
SC Project branding logo that's on here.
Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar.
Really cool. And we're also gonna change the kickstand knob, guys. Alright, let's take a quick look at the
Hopefully I'm all good, guys. I roll over something.
Solo un par de gente se llama el quintanquero. Money, money, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero yo
What's good? What's good? Mike is in the building. Welcome to another video, guys. Welcome to another Freestyle Sunday. Very, very excited for this one, only for a couple of reasons. It's a bit of a long story, but we're going to dive into it. Super excited that you all are tuned in for tonight's stream, and welcome to another one, man. Again, every single one of these streams are always a handful, no matter what you do. They tend to be something that requires a little bit more time, a little bit more preparation, which I have done, but for some strange reason, the time just always escaped me, guys. But super excited to be on tonight. The stream is gonna be really cool. It's been a super busy week, so I didn't get a huge opportunity to kind of gather up people and get someone on. And in the mix of that, you probably didn't realize that I did not upload a regular scheduled video. But what I did do, though, I uploaded about 5 YouTube shorts. So they're all pretty much lighthearted, something very fun, nothing that's too serious. And that's the path that I want to kind of take with the YouTube shorts, to be honest. I don't want them to become anything that's super labor intensive that I do on a weekly basis, because you guys know some of the videos that I end up producing, they take quite a bit of time for me to put them together. And some of the stuff are a little bit more time consuming. So in order to kind of continuously upload on the channel without any issues or any hold or having people waiting, no upload weeks. So we made YouTube Shorts something a little bit more frequent. So you might see periodically a situation like that occur where it's just a lot of YouTube Shorts. That way it's just something interactive, something fun, something funny, or something to that nature that you guys might enjoy. So, but if you guys are tuning in tonight, make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you have not. If you're watching the live stream later on, after it goes live, don't hesitate to drop a comment, because I do reply to them, whether you're part of the actual chat or down the line you are. But we are going to do our usual thing here, guys, by kind of greeting everyone right before we kind of talk about it. So initially I spoke about getting people on. That's what we do every Sunday at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We have a person on, we have an interview related to what they do, what they specialize in, whether it's anything motorcycle related. But on this one, again, super busy this week. I have no idea how I actually made it through the week, so I'm trying to get a temperature on how was your week, guys. But my initial idea was to do a giant Q&A where we kind of talk and you guys ask any questions that you like. But as time went on today, I kind of figured to myself, hey, I have an even better idea. And I've been kind of considering this for a little bit. I want to do I wouldn't say a technical breakdown, or more of a popular video breakdown of one of my own personal video that that's part of my YouTube lineup, where we talk about basically a video that heavily impact my YouTube channel. So I thought to myself, why not kind of talk about it? We have a lot of interesting interaction throughout the years, guys, that I've had. That's been pretty interesting when we're talking about content. So I kind of figured tonight will be a dope opportunity for us to kind of talk about some of these videos and what do I think of them and how did they end up playing out, because a lot of them are very interesting, and there's a lot of precursor to what happened prior to that video even started. So here we go. Just want to kind of greet everybody before we go into the video, but just so you're aware, this is exactly the temperature for the night. All right, so for sure, let's kind of pull up some of the comments early on, guys. You guys know I like doing that, just to kind of recognize everyone that's here, that's part of the chat, and say hello to anybody and everybody. Again, as usual, we got wifey's in the building, always showing love, showing support, and greeting everybody. We got Donna Main here. What's good? What's good with you, sir? Queens NYC, yo. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hopefully you're riding this season. I know you wanted to get a monster at some point and you had your CBR. Do you still have that? And are you still planning to get a new monster? That's kind of cool. So chime down in the live chat. Let me know what's good. We have Governor D Nice, of course, usual suspect. Yeah, man, always a pleasure to see you on the stream. We have Nizo Ni Moto. What's up? And more people tend to come throughout the night. We do have Futuristic Viper. What's up, man? He's saying hi to Anna B also. And another usual suspect. We have that guy, Kels. What's good? What's good? So, yeah, man. You guys feel free to drop any comments or any input as to what's going on in the video. What we're gonna do, we're gonna be playing it. I'm gonna be pausing it, giving you my thoughts and opinion as to what's going on and why it happened the way it did. I see one more comment here before we go. Sold the CBR Street Triple is what I'm looking to get into. That's a good look. Street Triple is a very easy bike to ride, very comparable. I think you're gonna have more than enough power to enjoy the bike early on and still enjoy the bike when you become completely fully experienced and immersed into the entire community. But keep me posted. Let me know what you get, man. Would love to see your bike when you get it. I'm assuming you'll be getting something similar to what the Frober had. Preferably, if I were a betting man, I'd say you're probably going to be either a white or a black color guy. That's just me. All right, guys. So, before we stick onto this too long, guys, I'm going to quickly jump into the video that we're going to be talking about. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I enjoy everybody coming in, taking their time and being part of the stream and not waste their time. So, again, we're talking about videos that I've done that was successful before. And I think, to be honest, out of all my videos I've done, I think 300 and something, 340 videos, I think 2 of them were viral hits. And they were all things that had to do with cops, which is kind of sad because I try so hard to create great content that's going to do well, and that doesn't have to do with negativity. So, but for some reason, you know how it is with YouTube. People love negativity, so that tends to get highlighted quite a bit. So, just to kind of preference this here, guys, the video we're watching came out about 6 years ago, and it was wildly successful. It was between a buddy and mine. We were riding, basically having a nice time, and it ended up not working out well at all for that day. But let's play it, and then from there I can actually talk a little bit more about the video. Fuck. And you'll get a general sense of what it's like also with it. All right. Let's throw that on real quick, and then we can start chatting. I will be pausing it in between, though. If you guys want to chime in and talk and ask questions about what was going on that day, let me know. I would like to hear and get everyone's take on what it's like. All right, cool. Let's get it. Fuck. Section. Fuck. What the fuck? Who does this? Huh?
Just go before they fucking change their mind.
Yo, so you can tell by the way the video started, it's gonna end up badly. And again, this is one of the things that I wasn't fully aware about on how YouTube worked, and I instantly set up the video to play the way it played. And if you look at the format and the formula of what's happening in this exact video, this is the perfect storm on how to structure a video. And 6 years ago, I think March 6th, this video came out. I didn't even know it, and I did it. But again, it's one of those things. If you knew, you would have learned, and you would have continued with that. And I didn't. So here's pretty much a quick thing here. Go back right back to it. Just gonna play that. Of course, we got our logo on there.
No shoulders, kids. No brakes needed. Just clean.
Yo, I'm talking mad shit in this video. I watched it prior. Actually, I haven't seen this video for 6 years. And I put it on maybe like an hour ago, and I saw it. I'm watching it. I'm like, man, this guy's talking so much shit, talking so much smack on the video. And you could tell I was a lot younger. The energy was a little bit different. I think even performance was a little almost cocky, but kind of like, yeah, look at me, I'm carving hard, right? Kind of thing. It's a little bit extra in my opinion.
Here, engine braking and doing your thing. Holy shit, this is awesome. I hope you're watching the taco too.
Yo, super cocky. I'm like taking corners, and this is where we're riding hard daily on the weekend, and again on the summertime. Take a lot of time off, so we kind of get a lot of opportunity to ride and just keep going hard. And I was not even using, all I was using was light rear brake, no front brake or nothing like that. It's just really allowing the engine to kind of slow the bike down itself, and I'm completely feeling myself. I'm immersed into the riding, into the day. And to kind of preference this, I'll let it play one more time, and I'll let you guys know. Again, if you want to refer to this video, it's gonna be in the description. But for now, yeah.
Play that. That does this just to look good.
So again, a lot of smack talking about, hey man, for people that rides and just kind of show off kind of thing. So here's the thing that's super interesting about this video. This video is out of New York City. We're talking about 40 to 60 minutes, maybe 40, 50 minutes outside of New York City. You can get to these roads. It's Bear Mountain State Park. I think you have to pay like 2 tolls in order to kind of get to this path and ride it. But usually it's pretty clear. It's very, very heavy in terms of activity of motorcycle riding during peak season. So, you know, a lot of people tend to go down there. A lot of tickets, a lot of issues tend to happen in that specific area. So that's just kind of pre-preference exactly to where we are and what we're going. Bear Mountain State Park. And you only deal with state troopers there. So, yeah.
Feel me?
pretty instant. Again, there's so many things that that's watching this over again. It's been 6 years since I did this video, and watching it over, seeing a little bit of the I don't know if it's noob or more like me being cocky or arrogant a little bit. And you could see the cops passing us, and I didn't think anything of it since they're coming and we're going. And I immediately look at my tack, and I think my might have said between 43 and 48. So it's kind of tough to determine. I actually even have it on the screen here where I have it where it says, pay attention to the tack, whatever, and the speedometer, see how fast I was going. I think I was between 43 to 48. But then again, I don't know when they ping us. So, but I was sticking to that story, and it is what it is. Let's keep it rocking. Yo, check it out, check it out. You can see Panda. You can see Panda clearly slowed down, right? And you can see how I dropped back a little bit, but I'm just thinking that he's just prepping for the next corner. And mind you, we used to ride those roads very often, all the time, and just going hard. So it's pretty common, you know, the way we were riding here. So let's see.
This is gorgeous, though. Beautiful roads and incredible scenery. Yeah. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that like button and then subscribe, because you need to. That's what we do.
Yo, I didn't even say subscribe, right? I said subscribe. And Life with Anna always make fun of me. It's just that was the adrenaline, the excitement of me riding and enjoying the day. It's beautiful. The road was clear. It was empty. It was just a lot, man. Too much. Ooh.
What's up? Everything okay? Oh.
Yeah, man. So this is where it all unravels and it gets interesting, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. So ideally, I didn't see anything. And funny thing is, Anna was looking at the video. She was like, "You didn't see the cops?" I'm looking at your right hand side mirror. I could see them in your rear view mirror, and I'm like, I didn't see jack shit. I didn't see anything. So basically, what I thought was initially here is something might have happened where he needed to check his bike, or we were just stopping maybe because we take pictures for Instagram or whatever, or we take breaks. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe something happened to his bike. Maybe that's why he slowed down in the first part, or he's just checking something. In that moment, when I look back, that was my oh shit moment. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't even realize anybody was behind us because we were just enjoying the day. And again, to my dismay, I'm thinking, hey, we're going this way. They're coming. So there's no way that the cops could ping our speed. Or maybe I could be wrong. I could be a little bit naive. I think around this time in the game, I was pretty naive when we're talking about anything motorcycles or dealing with the cops. And you will see some of that stuff in this exact video. And I'm going to talk about how dealing with the cops, me dealing with the cops, how I didn't think it was great, but we'll see. We'll see.
Hey guys.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Grab your license and the registration.
Absolutely.
Yo, these guys were straight to business. The minute he pulled up, he didn't even, my inclinations was like, hey, okay, it's the cops. No big deal. No problem. Just be polite. Be nice. And it should all smooth out. You know what I mean? That's my naivete kind of taking over. And these guys, you could see their demeanor, their stance pretty much quickly. It's like, can I see your license or registration? Nothing, no like, hey guys, what's going on? It was very different. I read the situation completely wrong, which was not very smart of me, I say. All right, let's keep it rocking.
Where you guys headed?
Was all good just a week ago. Just
All right, so I might even have to rewind this because you have to see the context of this video. So what we did when we cut the video, every time the cop would ask a question, is basically showing you the precursor to everything that's happened, how we were feeling, how great we were doing, what we were doing, and then what I'm portraying at the exact moment. So you'll see these little pieces, and I'm gonna talk about the whole aspect of the cop asking us, where are you going, what you doing, and we'll talk about that too.
kind of hanging out, Let's open this bad boy up, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm not from up here, so we're just kind of cruising and stuff.
Yeah, Ducati, baby.
So I apologize as if we were going a little bit fast.
Yo, Anna is way smarter than I am, right? She was like, what did you do? What did you do? You just self-incriminated yourself when you just said, hey, I apologize. Maybe I might have been going a little bit fast or whatever. You just admittedly said that you were violating the speed rules. So that was a good catch. Again, these are mistakes that you should not make. Also, these are mistakes that I've done in the past. Moving forward, I would never. So, yeah. And that's how wild we're going.
You know how fast you're going?
Holy shit, this is awesome!
67.
Yo, when he said, you know how fast you're going, 67, and then that clip that shows us going like full throttle, we were like triple digits at that point. I'm like, if only he knew. Hopefully this is like past the statute of limitation. It's been several years, but we're going way faster than at the time frame that we got caught. And we were doing a lot of sketchy stuff, which I think I've matured a little bit. I've kind of changed my writing style quite a bit from some of these behaviors and stuff, but still enjoy riding, of course. But yeah, let's keep it rocking.
0 to 100 real quick.
Alright, just stay with your bike.
Absolutely. Nobody was. I didn't even see anybody behind us, actually.
I saw him turn around.
Oh, I didn't see you.
From where?
He was coming the other way. I think it was too clear.
Yo, you know what's so funny? As I'm recording the entire thing, right? I'm still capturing the footage, right? You saw me bring down the camera slightly just to make sure I captured the interaction. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be great content. In my, I guess subliminally, I'm thinking that. So I brought down the camera again. Still in action mode, still in like capture the moment thing. Also, this was the precursor to me showing who I was and who I am. So you could see my face was blurred out in this video. So yeah.
I'm like mad paranoid about that shit snapping. Oh God, how much is this gonna be now?
I thought something happened. That's why I thought I saw you pulled over. I'm like, what the hell's going on? I didn't see shit. I didn't see anybody.
I knew I was gonna have a run-in with them soon. I was gonna be all slow and shit. I was like,
That's the first time you never got pulled over here?
nah, first.
Yo, you know what's so funny? A couple of things that was running through Panda's mind was like the financial aspect, like, oh my God, I don't know how much money I have to cover to get this out taken care of. And also he's saying, as often we were going to carve those roads really fast. We're talking about riding really aggressive, taking corners really aggressive, you know, hitting triple digit all the time. We're doing it so frequent, and that we never got pulled over and never got caught. So it became like such a normal thing that we did for fun and not even think about it. And he's like, yo, I knew at some point this would have happened. They would have gotten us. But I've always said to myself in this specific situation, I don't think if we didn't stop, they would have not caught us. Basically going full speed in those turns, those are really designed, no, not designed, but ideally they're perfect for motorcycles. Just like really taking the turn sweepers. A car would not be able to keep up. Again, we stopped because I'm under the impression something is wrong with his bike or he's checking something. So we both stopped. So that's the other thing. So who knows, man? It's possibly it's a good thing that we did stop. Maybe something else would have happened if we did bail. So let's see.
That's what I was saying. It's fucking taking a ride way too smooth up here.
Come on, give us a break.
Again, I'm being super naive here, right? I'm like, come on, give us a break in my head, and I'm saying it, right? And I'm thinking, okay, man, they're gonna look at our license, because one of the things I've noticed my interaction with the police, if you ain't got nothing to hide, if you ain't got any past history or anything like that, they tend to be a little bit more easy about things or about letting you go. And in my head, I'm like, yo, we're clean, you know what I mean? Outside of us, you know, enjoying the roads, which the way I'm looking at it, I'm a guy, you know, chilling with another dude, we're having a good time, and then those two cops are guys. I would think they would have a little bit more compassion, or at least understand, like, hey man, these two guys are just enjoying themselves. Let's let them off with a warning. Let's let them know, hey, be easy. We've seen people got hurt around here. We want you guys to enjoy your bikes and let you go. Man, boy, was I wrong? Was I wrong? So yeah, let's let that rock.
So I apologize as if we were going a little bit fast.
I moved back a little bit, guys. Hold on.
You know how fast you're going?
Holy shit, this is awesome!
67. Let's give them experience.
0 to 100 real quick.
Alright, just stay with your bike.
Absolutely. Nobody was. I didn't even see anybody behind us, actually.
I saw him turn around.
Oh, I didn't see you.
Yeah.
From where?
He was coming the other way. I think it was too clear.
Yo, it took them a while long for them to come back to us. So they're basically looking for anything, like any
I thought something
tickets,
happened.
any
That's why I
points,
thought you
or
saw you
anything
pulled
crazy. Anything crazy on our license, they're basically looking for, to kind of look for a reference point to give us more tickets. At that point, it's just waiting. It took us almost like half an hour for them to come back. Take a look.
Nah, first time. That's what I was saying. It's fucking taking a ride way too smooth up here.
Come on, give us a break. Here's the pain.
We took it a little easy on you guys.
Oh, we appreciate whatever you've done. You guys have done. We
So
appreciate it.
you guys are both doing 67 and 40. Obviously, that would be points on your driver's license. It would affect your insurance. Obviously, affect your driver's license. What we did is we knocked it down from, instead of 67 and 40, it's it's going to be summons for disobeying the traffic control device, which just says you disobeyed the sign for the speed limit.
Okay.
It doesn't actually say how fast you were going. So 67 to 40 might be up to 8 points in a driver's license. This would only
Man, come on now. You
This
got
would-
my heart now.
this would only be up to 2.
Oh.
All right. So it's up to them. If you show
So again, guys, you seeing, again, this is several years ago, and I'm like, I think I'm kind of gullible. Again, my whole understanding of, I mean, I have a new outlook on dealing with cops now, or you will see it very differently moving forward. I'm thinking if you're a good person or you're friendly, you don't have any records, there's no issues, things tend to go a lot smooth. Boy, I was extremely, extremely wrong. These guys, when they're out there, they're working, they're doing this job for a multitude of reasons. One, yes, they want to keep people safe. Yes, they want to make sure that you're safe. They would want to make sure there's no problems on the road. Yes, those things are definitely a factor. But in a specific circumstance, these guys drafted a slew of tickets, right? I mean, not only just for the speeding, which he didn't give it for speeding, he just kind of dropped everything down. So the more and more time has passed, I've come to the realization they're making sure they're citing anybody that's on a motorcycle. This is a hot spot. Everybody comes and ride. They ride fast, they ride hard. Basically, that whole town is using the state park to garner as much fines from riders that's coming from Jersey, from Manhattan, coming from Brooklyn, Queens. They know everybody come and ride there and enjoy themselves. And basically, we're feeding that town, okay? All of the tickets that collects from all the riders, everyone has to pay fee. Nobody really get into really big trouble, but you always have to pay a fine. So I think to some degree, at some point, it lost the reality of their job. It was more like, hey, if we could find these guys just so they could pay the town, that's good for us. We live in this town. We live in this county. So there was never an opening to actually getting out the ticket at all because, again, they took half an hour. If we were speeding, or, well, hypothetically, if we're speeding, you quote us for speeding. We provide license, registration, insurance, and all that stuff. It should only take you about 5 minutes once you run our license and say, okay, all right, these guys don't have any records, man. Let's rewrite them the speeding ticket and let them go. Half an hour. So they were looking for means to give us fines so the county could make money. All right? That's the real bottom line, I feel. So.
I mean, you can work on trying to get a plea deal if you want to take this to court. They always offer something lower. You don't have to go. You can take everyone now.
No.
You see what's really, really funny about here? This guy said, this is just the fine. You can just go to court. You can take a plea deal. They know. You take a plea, you pay the town, the county makes some money. Of course, they get highlighted for giving as many tickets as possible. I didn't get hurt. He didn't get hurt or anything like that. But everybody wins. Everybody makes money. He even offered, do you want to take care of this now? And I thought to myself, what the fuck? What do you mean take care of this now? That's not how this works. He was basically saying if you could admit guilt, I think they have credit card machines in their police cruisers where you could just pay the fine and just be done with it. That's how crazy this whole thing is. All right. So yeah. So let's finish this up and then we'll kind of talk about the rest of it.
Up to you.
You guys should have cut us a break today, man. Come on.
That is a break. I
That's
could
a
change
big
it
break.
and do 67 and 40 if
Come
you
on
want.
now.
All right. That's safe.
All right, guys. You have a good one. All right.
It doesn't even say how much it is.
Because there is no there's no amount to it. You got to go to court or you plead guilty and.
So you go to court to find out how much it is?
Well, you go to court and then either you do a plea deal or you take the points or you pay a higher.
So it's like fail.
Damn, this shit's gonna be far, man. To come all the way up here for that. I'm setting mine tonight. I'm doing like yeah. The fuck? What do you want? Not like this shit's like a whole sheet.
So, okay. So once the whole thing happened, I was still very like, naive about it. Like, all right, man, this is gonna work out. It's gonna be fine because there's nothing on our records or whatever. And I'm still. You could see the buildup of how my temp is like changing slightly. You know what I mean? And I'm not even thinking about just the ticket, the fine, or anything like that. No, I'm thinking, shit, man. You have to come back to this county to go to court, and it's like. When you do file not guilty or guilty or whatever you do, they assign you a time frame when it's available. So meaning they always gonna pick a time that's good for the cop to show up. So I think they ended up picking a time where it was winter, so we can't even ride the bikes up there. I'm talking about we have to drive. That hour instantly became like 2, maybe 3 hours of a drive back and forth to go to the town hall and then meet with the judge. And I'm like, fuck. Should I just, that's why I'm like, should I just pay it and just be done? Because I don't, hence if it was in the summer, I could just go out for a great ride and then happen to go back and deal with the fines or whatever while I'm out. That would have been easy, but it was in the winter. So that kind of sucked.
Yeah, I'm going to do not guilty. What do you expect?
I can't afford this shit.
Yo, I always laugh when I hear him say, I can't afford this shit. It's like, it's just, we're so into what we're doing and just never thinking anything else coming about it. And it's like, now it sinks in when something does happen, right? It's wild.
Oh, shit. This is not even about money, really. This is really about, like, having to do this shit.
It's all about money.
Fuck. Section please. Fuck.
And I lose my clock.
Who does this? Huh?
It's a joke before they fucking change their mind.
Why are the cops still here? They already gave us a ticket. They don't have to stay here. Why are they even still here? They're already fucking done.
Seems like a little speeding action again.
Man, fuck them. I'm gonna pull out hard.
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground.
Yo, I was tight, you know what I mean? You know what happened? It's like, yo, I was polite to these guys, you know what I mean? I was nice to them. We stopped for them. We have no records, so and then now it's sinking in. I'm like, what the fuck, man? These guys are assholes. Not even on a cop level and then a guy level. It's more like, yo, we're all men. We're all just, you understand when you're off duty, you have a good time, right? You have fun. Like you could relate to us, right? And I felt like, wow, these guys can't even relate to other regular men like themselves. And then it starts boiling inside. I'm like, fuck these guys.
So we just got pulled over, and the cops are just like right behind us, and they still fucking dare. You fucking kidding me? You already gave us a fucking ticket, so be gone. So now we gotta kick back like punk bitches and not take these corners. Still right behind us. You probably can't see this, but in my rear view, the cops are still right behind us, and they're just waiting for us to go just
Yo, that road we just watched, actually, let me just cut to this real quick. You see that little route? If you go straight to the right, oh, it is beautiful. The road up there is so nice. It's so twisty and curvy. It's so beautiful. I'm assuming we would have went there if they weren't there, but they continuously follow us for about like 15 minutes, and it's like, maybe they were just looking for anything else. Do they slip up? Do they do something else? Like, what happened? Yo, I was tight afterwards because I'm like, these guys are not human beings. They couldn't fucking fathom that two guys are having a nice day and just ripping hard. Like, you guys are not human. So from there, I was just like, fuck these guys.
a bit fast. So they could kind of like stop us. Yo, they still following us.
Yo, I have to preference one more thing. One more thing I have to preference, guys. This is pre, how do you call it? Senna or Bull Pap Talk like headset, we did not have any Bluetooth communications. Every time I watch this video or think about it, right, when we were cutting it, I would say, oh, if we had Sennas, we kind of said, oh, shoot, they're coming, let's just go. It would have been a different thing, right? But there was no communication. This entire time that I'm speaking in this video, I am just literally vlogging to you. And every time we would pull over, we would either have a conversation or kind of talk or kind of get a precursor to where we're going, what we're going to do, and the pace we're riding. So it was a lot of communication. That was one thing that was cool about this style of riding. Even though we weren't talking literally back and forth with each other, we knew, you know, hey, here's the pace, here's where we're going to go, here's how fast we're going to be going, and we're just keeping up or whatever, or doing the specific road. So again, no Sennas, no Cardo, Pap Talk, none of that stuff. This is before any of that junk. So all of my talking basically is to you guys.
Well, at least you guys can get to enjoy this beautiful view. That's the best you're gonna get, because you know what? These fuckers are gonna follow us the whole way.
Yeah, I was tight. Oh man, yo, that was tight.
What it do, man?
That was tight, man. I had a tough time swallowing this video, only because I guess, you know, one, I was kind of naive. I'm just gonna kind of go through some of the comments. I know you guys might have been dropping comments in between me playing the actual video, and I kind of went straight through. I wasn't really reading the comments. I was really mainly playing it and doing commentary. So from there, I'll kind of talk between all of us and kind of cover some of the points that you guys are making. I'm sure you guys mentioned that one, I was pretty naive, and two, one of the biggest thing, guys, I could tell you, do not say anything when you get pulled over. As as someone that's been riding for a long time and very little experience with getting pulled over. Even when I drive, I don't tend to get into a situation when I get pulled over. Often, very, very, very rarely that it happens. So my experience with dealing with police, and again, this is not to bash cops or what they do. I understand their job is dangerous when I know their job requires a lot on their end to kind of do. But like, again, as I mentioned, on this case, I feel like this was a play to gain money for their county. That's what I really felt like it was. It could have been a warning start. But again, this is not to bash or to say cops are bad or anything like that. Again, this is something else that I felt like it was. If it was for speeding, you gave us speeding tickets and we have to eat that up, that would have been different. My man said, hey, you could get points on your license knowing that it would cause you a lot of money long term with insurance. So he basically gave you an ultimatum: either pay the county, which is for us, which helps me feed my family, help me keep my trooper job, my state trooper job, whatever, I think state park job, there you go, or the county, right, of the town, or you can get points on your license and you have to pay your insurance for a couple of years for the problem. You know what I mean? Even when he placed the dynamic, he said, oh, you get 8 points. Like, whoa, you kidding me? So it's a little bit of that stuff. So here's what I'd recommend, okay? I'm sure most people tend to know this at this point. You get, just before we go, guys, we are at the mark where it's like 20 minutes. And if you're watching this, you're watching the breakdown of this cop video, you enjoy. I do have another one that's very successful too, about like 600,000 views in New York City. I could do another breakdown of that one and kind of talk about what was going on. Again, you'll see similar aspect. That video was from probably another 5 years ago as well, which did extremely well. But I kind of figured, yeah, it'd be a good thing to talk about and at least kind of highlight and make other people learn, help other people learn from my experience. But I'm gonna need you to hit the thumbs up. Again, if any of you guys are watching now, you're actually in live chat, hit the thumbs up, helps with the algorithm. If you're watching later and you want to comment, you want to ask a question regarding this, I'll reply. And if you are watching or listening in your car on your drive home, hit the thumbs up. It would definitely help. So if these guys stop you, don't say anything. by law, the cops are allowed to lie to you just to get you to admit to what you're saying. Because anything that you say can and will be used against, it's part of what the spiel that they say. And it's true. They could lie to you to make you admit guilt. They'll take notes on it, and then that will be passed on to a judge. It's pretty much nope, I don't know, or short answers. You don't have to be, just be respectful and be cordial. You don't have to say anything. It's best not to say anything, because anything you say in a specific situation, if it's intense, again, you could see the way I spoke with them. It was overtly nice, overtly polite, thinking that, oh, this might get me out of this, which doesn't do anything, because they're looking at this very transactional. You know, there's no like, oh man, this, they weren't sitting in the cop car saying, oh man, these two guys seem like cool guys, man. You know, just, nah, they were like, yo, how can we make some money off these guys? All right, they're not from around here, right? Maybe if we were from that town, they would have been like, hey man, you two knuckleheads, knock it off. All right, next time I catch you guys, yeah, I do have your plates. We'll let you guys have it. They saw both licenses. They said, oh, these two New York boys, they're not even from around here. They're going to pay us. You know what I mean? They kind of strong-arm the situation. That's exactly what I'm gathering. But I'll start from the bottom and up. So, and then we'll kind of read those and come back to that. Let's see what we got here. Boom. Which is bull? Which is bull? Cops could always lie to you and say this. Yeah, man. You know what? I should probably definitely start from the top, because if I start from the bottom, some of the stuff might not make sense. But what Futuristic Viper is referring to here is they could say anything, which is exactly what I said. Again, you find out that they could say anything to kind of get you to admit what you're doing, or at least potentially or somewhat coerce their story. Because when you really think about it, right, they could have never even seen our speed. I've always said this about this video. They were coming towards us. They didn't have a speed gun to basically, you know, pinpoint each bike and be like, oh, you guys were going this fast. They saw us pass. They turned, and we were going fast, right? By the time they turned, even if they used a radar to see how fast we were going, we knew, well, Panda knew they were behind us. That's why he slowed down and I slowed down. So at that point, I think they just said the speed. And by me saying, oh, I didn't realize we were going that fast, that's almost like hand in hand, you kind of incriminating yourself. So again, don't say shit. Ever. Just moving forward, at least now, for me personally, is just any ticket, anything I'm dealing with the cops, I just partner with a lawyer. I just shut up, take the ticket, partner with a lawyer immediately. I fax or scan it, send to him, here's what's going on. Do I need to go to court? I go to court. If not, they do their thing, and he let me know what's up. And it's usually easy. Don't say anything. All right, let's see what I got. It's gonna... Dynamine says here, he came across your video last night. Nizho Ni Moto. Dude, you have a channel, huh? Let me take a quick look here. I'm going to jump to this dude's channel. We tend to kind of show love back to whoever's kind of supporting the channel. I'm going to try to definitely drop you a sub, dude. Damn, why isn't it coming up on here on my phone? Oh, here we are. Let's go to your channel. All right. Nizho Ni, you just earned yourself a subscriber, sir. If you guys are watching, definitely, I don't know if you could see that. That's his channel. Show him some love. Drop your sub, dude. Thanks, man. I appreciate you being part of the channel, and I do the same, try to show love back to people that support, and appreciate what we do. Let's see what, let's keep going here. There's quite a few comments, so... Oh my God, Life with Anna B. He said, I such a noob. Yeah, man, dealing with cops was not really my forte, man. I tend to be pretty low key when we're talking about dealing with police officers, man. I don't. The weird thing is, I don't run into cops often, but when I do, it's never great, guys. I've actually Oh crap, I realized there's 3 videos I have that's with cops. One, they towed my bike too. I guess we could go into all of those, man. Oh yeah, man, Governor of the United States, I'm surprised you didn't didn't book it. Yeah, like I said, I didn't know they were behind us, and I thought Panda was just turning around or at least slowing down to see if something's wrong with his bike. So there was no communication between either one of us. So basically, he stopped, I stopped, I go, he goes, kind of thing. So that was the whole thing. And of course, a second cop did come through. I'm assuming they might have called for a backup, maybe anticipating that we weren't going to stop. So that might have been the case where as we go further ahead, there would be more cops coming. So again, when you really think about it, maybe it was good that we did stop and just ate shit for the better, for the greater good, right? And Queens NYC mentioned here, don't provide any info that can help them, is my rule of thumb. Always be respectful and all that, but I generally don't know shit. Yeah, man, do not say shit. You don't know anything. Where are you going? Don't say anything. What are you guys up to? None of it is their business. They're just really building a precursor to what's going to happen to you and how they explain, oh yeah, these guys were hanging out. They were joyriding in the park, whatever, or in the state park. They're just kind of preference exactly. They're not here to help you. The cops are never here to help you when it comes to this exact situation. So keep that in mind, and I learned that as well. Do you know how fast you're going? Nope. Yeah, I wish I knew better back then before I was stupid. Those cops clock you with their radar guns because the roads are twisties. They couldn't get a strong enough signal to get reading on your triple digit speed. No, when we were going that fast, they weren't there yet. This is just me. This is like editing that we did just to kind of spice up the video to make the video interesting. But it was way prior to the cops ever showing up. But again, I still do have a very good feeling that they did not really use any radar to check our speed. I think it was just an opportunity that they just took advantage of, in my personal opinion. And also, we will also talk about what happened after that. We'll talk about me going to court, also, so you guys could have a pretty good idea. So we'll jump into that after we go over the comments here. Queens NYC, all police departments do this. Tickets are strictly for revenue. Yeah, tell me about it, man. Absolutely, it's a huge scam. And it's kind of sad because I do feel like a lot of people become police officers because they want to do a duty. They really want to help and serve. They want to work with people and help better their county, their town, or whatever it may be. And I think a lot of them tend to learn like, hey, if you go out there, if you're not ticketing, it's a problem for you. So I think they end up having to have to do this, or they either that or they can't be in the job. So there's been stories out there I've heard where cops don't feel right about doing it, but they are under the gun about making sure that they are providing a large stream of revenue for New York State. So I'm just saying, it's one of those things. Of course, Life with Angelo, my boy's in the building. I know he started a new podcast with his boy. You guys should definitely check him out, man. Good people. All love, man. Good looks for tuning in, brother. Those cops stayed behind you so they could see if they can give you another ticket. Yeah, man. Yeah, they wanted to find any other reason just to kind of pull up and say, hey, we got to pull you guys over again, or maybe tow your bike kind of thing. Stevie Lex, I would have pulled over to see if they would stop. Yeah, you know what? I just didn't want any more smoke with these guys, man, because, at this point, I was in my feelings about it because, I always look at any interaction with me and another guy, in a certain way. Me personally, I just grew up that way. Even my father kind of taught me that way. When two men engage each other in a conversation or in any interaction, things could go left pretty quickly. As men, we know that's how things work. So I'm like, hey, if you're respectful, if you're polite, and there is no record, there's no prior record showing that you have poor behavior or you exude poor behavior on the road, these guys would understand. When I realized that didn't mean anything, that really made me upset. So again, it's kind of messed up, but it's a really good learning opportunity. I learned a lot from it. You know what I mean? So So what happened next when you went back? Yeah, all right, yeah, we're definitely gonna get back to that. I'm gonna talk about having to go back to court. So Donovan mentioned, what highway was that? It was not a highway, so it was Bear Mountain State Park. So if you go to Bear Mountain, they have beautiful roads there you can ride, and you could head out to Hawks Nest. But if you go in the state park itself, the entire state park is designed where people can hike. So it's basically sweeping turns going around the mountain and then going up in elevation. It's a beautiful, beautiful road. And I think the cops know. Some of these cops, I'm sure, ride motorcycles. So they all hang out in the park and kind of hide and stuff like that to give people tickets. So it's like a known thing. So the entire 2021, I didn't even ride up there because I'm like, I don't need any more drama. I didn't need any more issues. There was a lot going on in personal life. So I didn't even ride those roads in that time frame. But yeah, Bear Mountain State Park, you would love the roads up there, man. Really, really cool. We have here Buds Tusinal. I always say your name a little bit weird. What's good, man? Glad you're on, dude. We're doing a breakdown of my past video dealing with the cops, so definitely smash that thumbs up, man. Or you could probably watch a little bit later, just kind of get a general idea. And again, I pause the video quite a bit as I'm talking about it, just kind of break things down. But if you guys want to watch it, I will link this video in the description and stuff like that. All right. It's legalized racketeering. Yeah, to some degree, I think you could say that it is. But it's kind of tough to say who's to blame in this specific situation. Is it the officers themselves? Because, again, you have to understand where they're coming from. They have their family. They're trying to feed their kids and their wives or whatever, pay their mortgage or whatever. And is it the town that's forcing them to make sure they find people? You know, this is like a deep rabbit hole of shit. You know what I mean? So it's kind of suck. How old was those cops, would you say? Because I feel OG cops would not care as much because they know they about to retire. These guys were definitely, I guess probably same age range, in the 30s, I'd say. You know what I mean? I think they were, you know, decent to the force. Maybe late 20s. You know, they probably have something to prove. So one of the guys felt very young to me, or at least looked kind of young. You know what I mean? So I'd say that definitely might have been the exact case. All right. All right. So just want to kind of touch base more about what ended up happening next after that. And then we'll jump more. If you guys have any questions that you want to drop in, feel free to do that. And then I'll tackle them if you have any other questions. So I ended up deciding to go to court and plead not guilty. All right. And they don't give you the time that you want. So I'm like, hey, can I come back next week? You know, again, being super naive. I don't deal with cops going to court. You know what I mean? I've been one of those people. I grew up around a lot of negative shit out in Harlem, a lot of terrible situations. And one of the biggest thing that my mom and dad taught me is just don't get into shit where you have to deal with the cops. And I kind of went through the majority of my life not really having to do that. I handle myself accordingly in my own personal situations where I don't have to deal with, involve anyone else. And I make sure that I know where I stand. So, I'm not going to walk around, slap somebody in the face or get slapped or something like that. But, we men behave as men and be respectful because we know it can go left at any moment. So very little interaction when we're talking about dealing with law enforcement. So again, very naive about it. So I call, I'm like, hey, I want to come in. I'm not guilty for this, blah, blah, blah. Can I come back next week? Again, it's still pretty decent season. I could ride the bike and then just go to court or whatever it may be. And I was still in the same mind state thinking to myself, hey, man, I'm just going to, I'm going to go see the judge. And I'm going to have a conversation with him. I'm going to make him understand I'm a law-abiding, upstanding citizen. You know what I mean? I don't have any record. And he's going to understand who I am once he gets to know me. I'm one of those people, I have very positive intent. So I'm thinking, okay, if I meet, with the police officers when I go to court, with the judge, of course, I'm going to carry myself a certain way. I'm going to make sure, I'm not like completely raggedy or whatever. And they're like, nah, unfortunately, you cannot come to court. And again, I tend to get long-winded when I'm telling these stories. But they're like, unfortunately, you can't come back next week, but I do have an appointment for you in 3 months. I'm like, what? You gotta be kidding me, right? Not to go too deep into it, I couldn't get, there was no appointment. Basically, they look at the cop's schedule. They chose when he's available, when he's free, because they have to make sure he's there. So, because if they don't show up, it gets dismissed. They will never give you a court date to when the cop will not be there. All right. So, which kind of sucked. So now we troop all the way back to Bear Mountain, really far out, past the state park, on a snowy night. It was snowy, slushy. It was just shitty, man. It was just like, fuck. You know what I mean? And we get up there. The freaking courthouse is a house, guys. It's a house. All right. And this is why now I could speak in retrospect to the whole thing, because I've done the full experience. The courthouse is a literal house. And they were not open until a certain time in the night. So we spent the whole day waiting there, going around the town, shitty town, nothing going on over there. It's like, you can tell it's like nothing ever happened. So they have to make money somewhere, you know. And I'm sure, again, if I was from that area, they would have let us go or whatever. So we waited. When I got into the courtroom, I saw the cops or whatever, completely remembered me. And again, being naive, doing certain moves that was kind of like stupid. I did a video saying, oh man, I got pulled over, and this is what I'm gonna do. Basically, again, I'm thinking about everything in the sense of creating content. I'm like, yo, we got pulled over, writing, and I made this whole thumbnail and showing the cops and how the interaction ended up happening. And I'm like, hey guys, so this is gonna be my video. I gotta go to court this time. And I'm like thinking to myself, this is great content. No matter what, might as well just talk about it, make it a learning experience. So I kind of basically spoke about what happened. Again, I dry snitched on myself, basically. That's where I'm getting at here. Talking about, hey, I'm gonna tell them this is what happened that day. I was not going that speed. And I even cut a clip of the video showing my speed when they saw me. Dude, I get to court. The cop is there. My man said, listen, man, we've seen your channel. And this time, I think my channel was like 2,000 subscribers, guys. 2,000 subscribers. And I highly encourage people, if you're doing your kind of writing, or you're doing some kind of aggressive writing on the road, and you're uploading it, be mindful. No matter what you do, what you're doing on the road, someone is watching. And I got that. I was like 2,000 subscribers, maybe 1,800. These guys watch my channel. It was like, yo, we've seen your channel. We've watched your content. So basically, they've seen a lot of aggressive writing and some of the stuff that I'm doing. Even the cut that I did of them, they saw that as well. And then, I think the younger guy was like, let me see here. That guy right there, the one that's in the thumbnail in the beginning, I think that was the one that was slightly a little bit younger. He was like, yeah, I've seen your videos and stuff. I knew you said you're going to bring a video to show us and things like that. Listen, and he was like, listen, man, this could either go one way. It could get worse or become an issue, because there's a lot of violation, a lot of other issues if we were really to go into it. Again, they find your channel. They could find, I guess since I had a GoPro on or whatever, I don't know. But either way, it could be that there's a lot of people that record footage in that area and they could easily find it through the ether. And he was like, listen, man, you could just take a plea deal and just pay a fee, man. Like, I don't remember if it was like $300, $350, or I don't remember, something to that nature, or maybe $400 or something like that. He was like, just take a plea deal and pay this and just be done. It's nothing, because this could go further. I'm assuming this guy's kind of strong arming me, almost like, because I'm like, yo, I'm going to see the judge. You know, I'm going to talk to the judge. You know what I mean? And I don't look at any situation where it's like, yo, I'm a black guy and the judge is white, the cop is white. I don't look at it like that. I look at it like I'm a guy and they're a guy. He's a guy. You know, I'm well respected. He's a well respected officer. I'm not here yelling or nothing like that. We could have a civil conversation. Yo, when I spoke to him and he pulled me aside, it was clear like, hey, if you do this, you're going to lose. and we know some of your writing, we've seen some of your videos, you're gonna lose. He was like, yo, just take the fine, just pay the fee, and just be done. So, you know, kind of preference the whole thing, you know what I mean? Be mindful when you're posting stuff or what you're posting and who sees it. Anybody can, you know, even, you know, I know some people be like, yo, I'm in Mexico, we're doing this in Mexico, whatever. Listen, dude, I'm telling you, it's a tough thing. It changed a lot about how I view things and deal with situations. And I ended up paying the fucking thing, which kind of suck, you know, only because I feel like they won, not in the sense of justice, but really just scamming me into giving money. You know what I mean? So that's one of the biggest thing to me, guys. And again, these are some of the videos, some of the content that tends to do well when we're talking about creating YouTube content and being able to produce interesting content. And for me, I've never been one of those people that like producing stuff that has a lot of drama and stuff like that. And even in reference to this video, right? I thought it would be a great opportunity to kind of show people, hey man, if you're a good person, you have no issues, you deal with the cops, things could be great, could be fine, it shouldn't be any problem. And these guys helped me prove that is not true. So yeah, for sure. Just gonna jump it back into the comments here. Changing the subject a bit, recommendation, tips for riding in the summer with gear. I enjoy spring, fall, and even winter. I'm assuming you meant dead summer here. Riding due to the heat. Let me see here. Let's see for sure. There you go. Yeah, I'll definitely gonna drop a couple of new comments. Again, I take those comments. Very important that you drop that here, changing some of the subjects and stuff like that. Maybe what we could do next Sunday, we'll do some of those. I definitely love when people give me feedback like this. That way the channel doesn't get dull or the conversation doesn't get flat. So that's a great conversation to have, man. So yeah, maybe we could probably tackle that next Sunday. Futuristic Viper mentioned here. I believe this is one of those reasons Psycho Cruiser never show his face. It's possible. It's possible that that's the reason why a lot of people don't really show their face, man, when it comes to doing some of those things. Who knows? But then again, in a lot of cases, guys, some people ride very aggressive and do a lot of street racing a lot. Nobody ever really get into any shit. So to me, I always thought to myself, maybe it just doesn't happen. But I guess it just so happened that, again, in all those cases, to me, those things tend to happen. So it is what it is, man. I mean, it's water under the bridge. Again, I thought to myself, this would be a good experience to show people, hey, this is how you deal with the cops. And if you deal with them in a certain manner, it could be all good. So again, being pretty naive, big learning lesson, big learning opportunity. And yeah, so that's what it is, man. Yo, somebody's ripping hard, man. Yeah. Oh, you guys probably could hear that. Today was a decent day. A lot of people are out riding. That's an inline 4 that just passed my house. This guy's enjoying the shit out of the decent weather, man. Let's see what I got here. Let's have another comment here. Bubsy Siegel. It's surprising how some cops don't get all worked up over some stuff on bikes. Others do, unfortunately. I have a cop watching me because the Super Duke with the CRT idles at 95 decibel. He was just laughing. Yeah, man, I know it all too well. That CRT rumbles hardcore, dude. Yeah, I mean, you win some, you lose some. Again, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I feel like in this specific situation, it was more of a money play where the cops use the park because they know a lot of people come and ride and enjoy the bikes in the road in the summer and the spring. So it's a big opportunity. I think it's a peak season where they gather as much revenue for the town. So, and we ended up falling under one of those things. And again, I wouldn't be surprised if some of those cops actually ride motorcycles in those exact areas as well. So yeah, man. But all good though, you know, water under the bridge. But again, don't say shit. Don't argue. Don't say anything. It's admitting guilt. Oh, I had a hiccup. Sorry. Do other riders recognize you and jump into your group to ride? Could be God and could be good and bad. That's what we say. Yeah. So that tends to happen also, and every now and then when it does happen, I'm like, oh no, I'm just done riding. We're pretty much done for the day, or pull over somewhere. It depends, because sometimes you don't know the temperature, you don't know how people ride, so I don't jump and ride with everybody all the time, but that does tend to happen, and then that could get wild pretty quickly. Also, the other thing that happens when we do YouTube, people either they recognize you, if they do, not all the time, they get excited like, oh, let's go riding, even though you had a meet, and then, you know, that happens. Again, all police departments do this. Tickets equals revenue. Yeah, man. Yes, sir. I learned that lesson. And yeah, maybe even you could see in my new videos, my riding is different. And I know the funny thing is, I know specifically where I could ride really aggressive in my area or in my town and stuff like that, where that wouldn't happen. And I think I ride a little bit different when I'm places that I'm not too familiar with, because I just try to avoid these situations. Donovan is dipping out. Yeah, we're going to be wrapping up soon, guys. We're not going to keep this super long. We're just going to keep it somewhat in the hour and 20 minute mark, maybe hour and 25 minutes. So, yeah, man, have a good night. Again, thank you for tuning in, man. If you can, hit the thumbs up, as I mentioned, to everybody that's watching. Definitely appreciate that. Yeah, so like I would say, don't say anything. Don't admit to anything. Don't give any information. Don't say anything. Say, hey, do you know how fast you're going? Oh, here's a good one. Do you know how fast you're going? I thought I was going the speed limit. Where are you going? Huh? You know? Can I see all your information? Here it is. He's going to come back, tell you some bullshit. Here's your ticket. Okay, officer. Bye. That's as clean I would keep my interaction with any cop when we're talking about the specific police pullover situation. That's moving forward as an adult. That's how I handle anything. You know what I mean? It's like no funny like conversation, no humor, no don't try to be relatable, because again, they're just doing their job, and that job is to find you as much as they can. They're not empathetic to you for any particular reason. So it is what it is. 603 on 2, man. What's good, man? Not much. Just doing a little streamy tonight, man. Thank you for tuning in. If you're here and you're watching, drop a thumbs up again on the video. Definitely helps. It's gonna help with the algorithm. Yeah, we're basically doing a breakdown of some of the, well, not some, but I did only one, and seeing if you guys enjoyed like a breakdown of these videos and dealing with the cops and how my interaction went and how I dealt with it, kind of thing. If you're tuning in later, you're watching it, you'll see there's a lot of pause and breakdown of how each part of the interaction tend to happen. So yeah, man. So any questions you guys want to throw in, any subject also for next stream and stuff like that. Oh, I have some great news to share also, guys. When I did that live stream about Ruroc, the helmets, there was a ton of great feedback. A lot of people made mention about some of their past experience with the Ruroc helmet. And come to find out, a gentleman from Ruroc, an official person that worked for the brand, was watching the stream. They reached out at some point. They will be on the stream talking about the brand, the helmet, the improvements, some of the mistakes, basically covering everything. So if you guys have any difficult questions, again, you guys know me. If we're sitting down talking with somebody, there's nothing personal. I will ask the difficult questions just to kind of get the ins and out. So at some point, one of the Ruroc official people will be on the stream to kind of talk about the helmet overall. So that's very exciting. And again, thanks to you guys that are watching. All right, I know sometimes it's not a lot of people, sometimes it's just 20, sometimes 20 and up, but trust me, it makes a difference. I have a good time and you guys enjoy the stream, so that's more than good enough. So that's pretty cool that he is going to be on. Let's see what we got here. I remember cops stopped you for having a GoPro on your helmet. How did that go? Yeah, so you know what's so funny? Tonight I was debating between the two these two videos to highlight. And after watching the video, let me see. After watching the video and going over the video of how I broke down that video, I thought to myself it'd be better to talk about this video, because this video was cut much better, and it is more exciting, and the way I dealt with the cops was quite different. Actually, I'm gonna actually quickly show you that video you just asked about. By the way, as I'm talking to you, I am cutting that and splicing it into the chat, guys. Take a quick look at this video he was just referring to, and if you guys are interested, I will do a breakdown of that as well, because that one was another really good cop video. There's a third cop video that I have as well. Let's see, I already got. In some cases, Mike, if you can read the situation, you can have a conversation without incriminating yourself. By the end, the cop can just let you off with a warning. Yeah, man, I've tried that, but I'm like, let me try to be a nice guy about it. It doesn't work, man. I tend to fall into a hole a little bit here. Let me just kind of quickly play this video. I'm not going to let it play too long, just only because I'm considering doing a breakdown, analysis breakdown of this video at some point. But he was asking about the New York, the New York one where I got pulled over by the cop.
This is Spiker, and you're watching Clutch First.
With the dope wheelie right there. That's not me, by the way.
Me? Sorry, officer. I did. Sure. All right, guys. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this road straight up, and then what else?
As you guys could see, there was another interaction, and you can clearly see I'm being overtly polite. Also, the minute he pulled me over, I'm like, "Sorry, officer." It's like admitting to guilt or anything like that. But if you guys are interested, I would definitely love to do a breakdown of this one as well. That was my biggest video. I think 600,000 going to 1 million. Till this day, I still get a lot of traction about those videos, and I try not to go too deep into those. I feel like those videos are not very positive, and I much prefer to focus on positive things, man. Not videos that deal with like negative stuff. But I think they're a good thing to learn from, and it'll be a great video to talk about. So if you guys want to see that, definitely let's chat about it. But yeah, he definitely caught me and pulled me over. I didn't do anything wrong in this one at all. But again, I'll let you guys know how it worked out. I'll actually plug this video to in the stream. You could probably go watch it, and then we could do a whole talk about it. Anyway, I'm not going to keep you guys any longer. It is going on an hour and 20 minutes. I did not want to pass a week without doing the stream. As usual, always come on and give my 100%, whether it's the stream, shorts, or producing content, just moto vlogging and stuff. Oh, great news also. Weather's getting a lot better. Spring is right around the corner. Gearing up to start a ride quite often. And my wife's doing a lot better, so I have a lot more leeway to kind of go out and kind of ride and shoot more content, and not having to worry too much about like personal stuff going in home with health with my wife. So those stuff are coming in full force. The shorts, the news videos, I don't know if you guys are digging those. They're doing pretty good. It's basically highlighting current events, current issues, new release spikes and stuff like that, which I'm enjoy doing quite a bit. And they take a lot more work than I thought they were gonna require. But yeah, as for the stream, really enjoy it, man. So yeah, let's see what we got here. I'm just gonna jump onto the comments real quick before I go. Again, guys, appreciate everybody that tunes in, man. Always super cool. Let me see, Anna. I'm good. Life got in the way of a lot of things. I hope you and the hubby's doing well. Yeah, man, you know, I'm just enjoying life, man, and grateful, to be honest. that A is good. Futuristic Viper, yeah, man, it was 64 here in Boston today. Dude, one of these days I should freaking come to Boston, man. Just take the Hyper. That bike is very comfortable, and just ride, because, you know, probably make something happen for sure. Anyway, gonna definitely wrap up, guys. Anything you want to throw on the stream, any comments or anything else before I go, let me know. Again, if anybody's watching this later in the day or later in the week, you're listening to it in your kitchen or you're driving in your office, whatever, hit the thumbs up. You want to drop comments, you want to drop tips on best way to deal with NYPD cops or state troopers, let me know. If you're a cop yourself, guys, again, this is not a bash thing. If you want to give tips yourself to actually help me, because the goal is to be in a situation where it's fine for everybody. So the more that I can learn in those situations, the better it is for me. So for sure. All right. There we go. Governor D Nice is dropping out. Futuristic Viper, come through, Mike. He's saying for going to Boston. Yeah, man, it would be dope. Get a drink. All right. Queens NYC, thank you so much for tuning in, man. I appreciate your participation and giving some of the great tips, guys. Anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in again. Really, really appreciate. Hopefully I see you guys on next Sunday's Freestyle Sunday. If you guys want to drop me any comments on suggestions on new streams or ideas, something that you want to see that it's going to be interesting, because what I'm doing, I'm really preferencing the streams, my content based on trends, at least for now, to get the channel off the ground. So you might see ongoing themes occurring, not being boring or anything like that, but if it's the wave, I got to jump in it in order to make the channel thrive. So again, thank you everybody for tuning in. You guys have a good night. Really enjoy hanging out with you guys tonight, and the season's right around the corner. Very exciting to drop some really dope videos. A lot of big group rides coming. I'm going to be riding with a lot of people locally here, really making changes on the channel for the better. All right, hopefully you guys get to enjoy that. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.